donation to read off from High Spirits, $10 donation. Thank you very much. Who said, I've just been reading a book about anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down.
Ah!
Ugh.
But shh. All right, so with that, I'm gonna kick it off to the commentators for this next run, and we'll get this run started.
All right, welcome in everybody. As Danny said, my name is Azur. I'm joined by Saint Bon Jester
How's it
SVJ.
going?
Today we're going to be watching a randomizer for Chrono Trigger called Jets of Time. The quick rundown of this is it's basically an open world randomizer. You start off with access to 1600 AD, 2 characters, and the Flying Epoch. Our flags for tonight are boss randomizer as well as duplicate characters. So with a boss randomizer, any boss could be anywhere, as well as duplicate characters means we could have a seed with 7 Aylas. Beyond that, we're going to be hunting for key items to achieve our Go modes. Our Go modes involve defeating Lavos or defeating Queen Zeal in the Black Omen. The 2 ways to get to Lavos are getting both pieces of the Masamune with Frog and going through Magus Castle to fight Ocean Palace into Lavos. You can find the Ruby Knife, Gate Key, and Dreamstone. Go through the Tyranno lair to fight Lavos, or your last option is finding the pendant, the Chrono Trigger, and the clone to go through Death Peak and fight Black Omen ZL2. Go ahead.
All right, we got Robo and Ayla on both these character sides here. I think we've got 2 friends setting off an adventure filled with hope and courage to cross the barriers of time, saving the past, present, and future. Will these 2 friends, the Snowbats, Moon Blizzard, and Lord Batsy, as they call, defeat Queen Zeal and the entity known as Lavos, or will the team known as Wolflobe of Aku Hesh and Rithryx be able to seal the victory away in the nick of time? Regardless of the hands on your clock or on the audience, we hope you stay the entire time, for this is Chrono Trigger Jet of Time Randomizer.
And just starting out there, we do have the characters that are named Ayla and Robo. You'll notice that Luca doesn't quite look right. Basically, in this case, the duplicate characters, whatever your character's name and your palette is, decides which quests they can unlock.
I'm still getting used to that.
Yeah, and then whatever their sprite is, decides their equipment and their techs. So Luca will be able, our Luca-shaped Robo will be able to get her flares and all that, but will be required to defeat the desert to get the Fiona Shrine quest key item.
Yeah, you can see Aku and Moon Blizzard here heading towards the desert, trying to see what kind of treasures are in here. As you pointed out, we've got boss randomization in here, so I don't think we're going to be seeing a boss anytime soon here. Just trying to grab these treasure chests, see if there's anything decent they can use, give themselves an advantage. We've got Lord Batsy down here in the forest, leveling up on some Rolly Riders. You want to explain, Azure, about the battle speed that we do here?
Yes, so a lot of runners, you'll see them going in right now. Rithryx, for example, is in their menuing. Often what players will do is they'll set the battle speed and text battle speed as low as they're comfortable with, just to give us even less time in combat. And then the other change that everybody will make there is they'll change their battle menu to save their cursor to let them set up their text a lot quicker and more efficiently.
And we got one more. We've got one more question in chat for you. How does a co-op run work?
So our co-op run, it's still a relatively new flag set for us, but in this case, the left team of Team Wolflobe is against the right side of the screen here. Team Snowbats. The runners are in their own room, talking to each other, able to see each other's screens. They're basically dividing up to divide and conquer. Runners are able to tell each other what they know. So, for example, Akuhesh here is going to check the Lazy Carpenter check. which he will decide, which we'll find out is Robo's ribbon. If Rithrick decides that he never adds a Robo to his team, he's never going to go there, not waste the time on it.
Now, they do have a Robo, so that Robo's ribbon is going to be useful. In the snail shop, Akul checked, he found the pendant.
They don't have a Robo. They have someone named Robo.
Oh,
Luca.
see, I'm so confused about this because it says they have Robo on their tracker, and I'm saying they have Robo and they don't. It's like as you said, it's all about that palette they have. So
yes, and the duplicate characters and boss randomizers were incentives met by the wonderful donations leading up to this run. So thank you for that. So far, what we know, like SVJ says, pendant was found in Snail Stop, which does give us future access. Basically, at some point, the runners will send somebody to jail, and you'll do the prison sequence that in vanilla Chrono Trigger you would be going to after you go through trial with Chrono. So somebody will be going to jail and getting access to the future, where there are even more checks and gear to find.
nice Ice 2 start there, down there in that cathedral.
Yes, that is what you want to see. You want to see early screen clears. It'll speed up a lot of your early game fights.
Aku up there on the left-hand side, he's actually doing the Omnicron and Hench fight down there in the Magic Town. And these guys do not like humans, but there's a little glitch they do as well. Although he just lost Robo. If you're fighting in your first fight ever, your second character will always critical strike. So he's trying to use that to his advantage to kill this Omnicron, which he did succeed.
It's second and fourth attack will always automatically crit. Doesn't matter which order you put them in, but...
And we got a Chrono Frog.
A Chrono Frog. That's awesome. Yeah, as far as noting how you can keep the characters straight with the sprites, it's a little bit of a learning curve as you get used to the differences. Like, technically, while Marl doesn't look different, she's actually currently using Ayla's Ayla's palette. So sometimes some characters are a lot harder to tell apart than others. Even the Ayla with Marl sprite is also not much easier to tell. But the important thing to note right now with the characters as they are, despite having a frog, even if we found the Masamune pieces, we would not be able to do the Magus Castle Go mode because we need to find the character called Frog.
Now you see Rithrick to pick up the Bromhide that's in this room right here. He can turn that in later on for not just one tab, but for 3. 1 power tab, 1 speed tab, 1 magic tab. And in this game, speed is king.
100%. There's a lot of small little changes from...
Oh, he's leaving.
Yeah, he's
happy with that party.
If I had to guess, that's one of the advantages of co-op. Rithrick probably has the assignment to go check other things. Akuhesh will likely finish the cathedral to figure out the character at the end. Just to note, while you do get one character at the start here, should you finish cathedral and defeat the boss at the end, you'll be able to unlock a 4th character at the top of the Guardia Castle, where you pick up Marl after you correct time. Oh, a reset at Akahash. He didn't heal up before he went into that fight.
No, but he did save outside of it, so you're gonna be all right. We do have a question in chat though. They do have special duplicate texts for each character, like for Marley, Luca, etc. Right?
As long as that flag was turned on, yes. The main reason that we added some of those duplicate texts, one, it's cool to have 2 characters on the party that will mesh well together, as well as just to improve some of their weaknesses. Like Frog and Frog is by far my favorite duplicate tech because you get a Flexagon Mist, which uses the Hexagon Mist, except Frog just sits there and flexes on you.
That's awesome.
Every time I'm running a duplicate character seed, that's what I'm hoping I run with. Akuhesh here, since he did the Medina fight to get his levels at the start, Medina actually doesn't give you your first 2 techs, so he's missing out on the Ice 2 from Marley that the other runners.
It's gonna be nice and slow. Yeah, I always used to do that Medina fight first level up, but I started doing the 4th level up because you can just do 3 fights and you got all 2-3 of your techs. Moon Blizzard's going to go get his Robo's ribbon, see if he keeps it or not.
If you're gonna go pick it up, it's definitely worth keeping, not resetting out of. You might find
Berserkers. Those could be useful later, potentially.
Robo's ribbon is an equipable key item that we've added in. Normally, you quote unquote get the Robo's ribbon when you go to do the Geno fight after you do your one-on-one fight with Robo versus Atropos. In Jets, it's an equipable key item that gives Robo the Sunshades effect, which is 25% more damage, as well as +2 speed. Again, speed is king, and an auto barrier, so he's going to take less damage from magic effects.
Who's still having trouble with those Nogats right there, but Luca and Ayla, or Luca and Marley, excuse me, they do some of the worst damage at the beginning of the game because their weapons are so insufficient.
Rhetoric's doing the very early prison sequence. I'm not
Well, you've
sure.
got that. Our Ayla Luca does have flare, so.
Oh, yes. And with Ice 2, the head of the Dragon Tank is one of the bosses that never changes with boss randomizer. The head of the Dragon Tank only takes no damage from fire and lightning. So that's all the developers expect you to have access to. You can actually do full damage with Ice and Shadow. So having Ice 2 and Flare will definitely... well, if they have Ice 2 and Flare, then they have Antipode 3, don't they?
Yep.
Alright, yeah. That Dragon Tank is not long for this world.
That's going to be a very quick Dragon Tank there on Rithorix's side. Moon Blizzard doing some level ups down there in the desert. That's a great place for some tech points as well as experience points. See if we finish with the boss here.
All of the encounters in the desert are actually weak to ice damage, ice or water damage. So having Ice 2 here will definitely make getting early levels great.
Just knocks that guy out. This guard has no idea what's going to happen to him right now.
I hope Rithorix brought some ethers with him because this is going to be an expensive route.
Well, he can run in there. He can run into the cell real quick, drink his little drink there, save a couple ethers. Nope, he decided not to.
Nope. That would have been smart though.
That's okay. Oh, he skips those chests on the right-hand corner. There's a nice little room with a bunch of mid-tier-ish items, but you do have to fight a guard as well as an Omnicron, and Omnicrons are immune to magic, so that'll be probably a more difficult fight for him.
Rithorix running through the middle of those blue shields. You can actually skip that fight if you just line your sprite up right through the middle with any character. Even though Robo's character sprite is larger, it still works.
Aku's going to pick up his Bromhide. Batsy right behind him. Or in front of him, actually. I'm grabbing that.
So the reason a lot of people don't finish Cathedral, a lot of the time people just stick with those first 3 characters they get. It can normally carry you through the end of the game as long as you get some good techs or good synergies. What can happen though, Marley, Frog, and Robo are all required for specific quests. Robo you need for the desert. Marley you need to do the Prism Shard King's Trial quest, and Frog you would need for Magus Castle Go mode. So finishing Cathedral as one half of this co-op team is a really good call because it lets you figure out who's back behind the check here. In case
we're gonna save Fritz on Rithorix's side. We've got Aku and Batsy back in the Cathedral. Like Azure said, they're gonna most likely finish this to see what the character's back here. And Moon Blizzard is still leveling up there in that desert. A hurricane for Magus when we find him. Not a bad little weapon to start out with. Dodging those fights there. Nice Aku. Dodging that fight there.
We'll see if Aku remembers to play the organ after this fight in order to open the door. I know I've forgotten recently.
I usually forget in the future to talk to the computer before I run out. So
Moon Blizzard here finished doing all his grind, went out and saved. He's going to go back in down here and check the boss.
We're going to get our first boss check.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be Red Knight here. It still could be, but we're going to see Rust Tyranno.
Rust Tyranno. Now, you can see in the in this version of Chrono Trigger Jets of Time Randomizer with the boss Rando that Rust Tyranno has no body. And it's just a big floating head that growls at you and does a countdown from 5 to 0. And it will eventually, I believe it casts random elements just like the Black Tyranno.
It's going to be seeded for each seed. But yeah, so whatever Rust Tyranno here uses for his ultimate attack, we should be able to use that information on Black Tyranno. So Re-Raise is a Jets of Time specific tech. We took out Cure 1 and replaced it with Re-Raise just to give Marley something else to be useful with. There was a lot of balances that we've changed. We also have changed Magus's Black Hole to not just randomly. Oh, just gonna cut myself off there. We have a Lavo spawn at the back of the cathedral.
We've got Lavo Spawn back there. Lavo Spawn is a true pain in the butt because you cannot attack the shell. If you attack the shell, it will counterattack you. So all of your screen wipes, like as you were talking about earlier, those are useless here. It's going to be all about that physical damage on that head. Ironically, you can steal an item from the shell. I do that many times when I play this game, taking some damage for it, but that's okay. But as you can also see that the damage that the Lava Shell is doing is not as painful as some may remember. And we're just going to go in, YOLO it with that...
No, that was a good call.
With that Antidote 3, and Azure takes him... Or Aku takes him down, but look, Batsy's right behind.
Yeah, so the boss's health and damage are scaled down. Rithris is through the Dragon Tank. So while
He did what? I'm sorry.
Rithris is through the Dragon Tank.
What's that? I see 3 people on a bridge holding it together is what I see.
Yeah, you're right.
They probably should put a boss there.
Probably should have.
Yeah.
We'll report the bug to our
Perfect
team.
Yeah, I agree.
Dragon
Tank. Go ahead.
Moon's through Rust Tyranno too, so we're going to see what that key item's going to be.
Yeah, so Dragon Tank is one of the very few bosses that cannot be randomized yet, and that's because of its placement. So he gets a little bit buffed because he's gated. In the back, however, we get... I have no idea what that is.
Magus, another Luca, but it's going to be called Magus. So ultimately, probably not useful unless you want to go for the duplicate character dual techs.
Just checking all of the sealed rooms in the back here in 2300 AD. And, we can see what this character... Oh, there we go. Shields, mid-ethers, load helmets. A lot of mid-tonics. We're going to rest in the Enertron. Maybe. Man, he's doing a lot of things that's making me nauseous here. He's resting in the Enertron right after the door opens, and it's saving some time, which is nice.
It's something people have picked up to doing recently. You can start opening that door.
That's going to be great on that high MP flare spell that Rithix has.
Yes, it will. We're going to see a key item here at a Moon Blizzard for Fiona Shrine. Normally, where vanilla story, you get the Green Dream, which is just a equipable item you can find in Jets.
The bridge has the bent hilt. I do not know what that was.
Grand Leon in Fiona Shrine, which if he's going to keep Frog in the party is great. The Grand Leon is the improved Masamune sword that you would normally get after finishing the Northern Ruins quest.
Yeah, so Aku's got that bent hilt.
As you can see, Frog's damage is up to 144 just by equipping that sword. It's quite the buff.
Back here, as well as in Rithrick's side, we're going to see what character sliding by that fight. Very good job. We get Luca.
Yep. So not even going to waste the time on that.
Oh, I was right. It was Luca?
Yep.
I'm getting better. All right.
Oh, Rithrick's getting the fight here. Oh, it must have stopped. I guess opening your menu also triggers that fight. I didn't know.
We did check your character that was back there in the burrow, but I did not see who it was. Down on Lord Batsy's side. She's going to give us a Heck Crunch Cave check. That's nice. Where's Rithrick's going to be heading off to?
Burrow was frog, but looked like Magus.
So that's just ironic.
Yeah.
Son of Sun, however, here in the Sun Palace is Giga Gaia.
This is a challenging.
He's lost some weight.
Yeah, he's lost a little bit of weight. The reason why Restaurano, Giga Gaia don't have all of their sprite is a lot of their boss sprite is actually just background.
He's gonna have to reset though. That Fire Blast and that Shadow is gonna wipe him down.
So Sun Palace boss randomizer is one of the strongest locations you can find in the future. It's worth doing a quick check because it could have been an easy boss, but Giga Gaia is not what I would call an easy boss.
Who's Aku gonna find here on the bridge? It may not be Zombor. It is Yakra 13.
This is a good pull for Akuesh. It should be a pretty quick fight.
What if he can get Antipode 3 off without getting confused? I see that Frog Chrono also needs glasses, so it's perfect.
Rithrick's picking up his mid ethers that he got for freeing Fritz.
Hashtag save Fritz.
And Batsy's going through our Tekren's cave. We'll see if we get to call it Dalton's cave today.
You know, Dalton doesn't get a lot of love. I don't know why. Probably because he's really hard. You can see in Rithrick's side down here as well. He's getting ready to turn in the Bromhide. And again, as we pointed out earlier, in the original game, you only get one tab, and I believe it's a magic tab, correct?
Yep.
In the randomizer, you get one speed tab, one power tab, and one magic tab. And the magic tabs and the power tabs can also roll different. Ooh.
Yeah, Akuesh getting through that with the final attack from Aqua 13 with just enough HP on Frog.
I just saw it. I was like, wow. Anyway, the magic tabs and speed tabs can both roll different numbers from 1 to 4, but speed tabs are always going to be 1. So it's going to be. Go ahead.
Power is 2, 3, 4, and magic is 1, 2, 3.
It could be 1. You never know. Revives finally for Rithrick's and more ethers because again, flare is expensive. We did find a gold stud though, so that's going to be really, really useful. Blizzard's going to be taking out his. Did they put a boss here? They did. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Just close your eyes for about 2 seconds, and it probably won't be there.
I've got a text I got to check. Give me 1 second here. Let me see. Who's it from? I might have won $1 million. I don't know.
Don't click the link. It's a phishing attempt.
It's a phishing attempt. I don't want to do that. Okay, hang on. Okay, so I got that. That's done now. Okay, so let's go back here. Oh, there's some. What is that on the screen? It's still there.
It's an ice sculpture. It's fine.
Oh, it's an ice sculpture. Okay, I was just making sure. Oh,
Akuesh going into his Restaurano fight.
Hot singles in my area. Oh, hang on a second here.
So we have Boss Golem at the end of Hecarin's cave. Boss Golem is exactly
the hardest
same.
fight. It's the hardest fight in the game. Seriously,
It is.
This could be the most painful fight that Lord Batsy she could ever see here.
They wouldn't put the word boss on the character's name.
It is a serious fight. Okay, we've got Nizbel 2 though on Rithrick's side. That's a much more interesting fight. Nizbel, he likes to lift weights and stuff, but he does skip leg day quite a bit. You could increase your physical damage on him with lightning spells, but he's just gonna Antipode 3 him down.
Moonblazers are doing his sealed door chest. We're about to see another new key item from Batsy.
Go talk to Luca's dad here, and he'll give us a key item.
Don't forget to talk to your dad. It's Father's Day.
One clone.
Just one. Only one clone.
Just one. Nisbel 2 is down on Rithos's side. Rust Tyrano is pretty spicy there on Aku's side, though. We do have, again, we've got Ice 2, we've got Flare.
If I had to guess, Aku's a little low on ethers, so...
Potentially, but he might be low on health here if he does not... Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Nice crit.
Aku famously skips a lot of his grocery shopping at the start of a seed. Got to get your groceries. Got to keep your party fed. Rithrik's doing the actual hardest boss in the game, chasing the rat.
You got to catch the rat so that way you can get to the back of the dome. Not only get the key item, but to get another sealed room full of chests and some of the highest tier items in the game.
Lord Batsy right now is currently just fishing for that Chrono trigger. Then they'll have our Black Omen Go mode available. At that point, it'll be up to the racing team to decide if Batsy goes for the Go mode or does some checks to help Moon find another Go mode. Our victor isn't actually decided by is decided by the average time of the runners. So we'll average both the Snowbats and the Wolflobes times together, and whoever has the lowest average time will actually win the race.
One power tab, sight cap, Tavern suit for that Luca, very nice. Rainbow for that Chrono.
We don't have one though.
I know we have a Faco is what we have, or you know.
I have this running theory that if you have no Chrono, you find the Rainbow. Rainbow, of course, being Chrono's ultimate weapon. Moon Blizzard's doing some sealed chest checks to see if there's anything good here.
Go find another rainbow. That'll just make me so happy. Oh, the Lumina Robe. That's not bad. Lumina Robe's not too terribly bad pickup. I can't see what that was.
I couldn't either. It was a Demon Hilt.
It was a is what that was. I'm like, I just got new glasses, and I could.
Akabash is struggling through the end of this fight.
He's making it. He's making it work.
He's making what he's really making is a case for grocery shopping.
Batsy's heading up the Dondor Mountain, and you might see a lot of good skips here. Which is I forgot that chest exists.
Yep. So there's only 3 required fights. 2 of them are when you first walk up the stairs and you see
a jerky on Rithos's side from that. Ugh.
Yeah, not what you want to see. Jerky's good, but it's definitely not a progression item.
That rainbow, though, that may be worth it. You know, that might push a coup down that area.
If they can find an actual Chrono, definitely.
Which there may not be one in the game.
So we only have one character location we have not checked, which is the top of Dactyl Nest.
Well, we need the gate key for that. So
correct. So Batsy has at this point finished every required fight that's left on Denadoro. Everything else here can be skipped. Basically, the first 2.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh. Oh no!
There's
and
the reset.
From a
you hate to see it.
I see that we have a part on our tracker, Azure, for the cat.
Oh! That's new. I didn't realize there was a validation cat on the tracker. That's good to know. We'll be able to tell whose runs are valid.
Ruby Gun on there on Moon Blizzard's side in 1000 AD. So yeah, so that Rust Tyrano fight there, that gave Aku a lot of issues. He's actually shopping now. He'll probably go straight back to that fight. Mountains are nice. This is the live. Mountains are nice, and we'll get a speed tab or magic tab.
I blinked and Batsy finished every skippable fight almost.
Oh well, yeah, I couldn't keep up. Aku's heading right back into that Rust Tyrano fight though.
So that's one of the really nice things about having this co-op setup is, well, normally Moon wouldn't spend the time to check all these sealed chests. Since he has a partner continuing on with key item checks, he can spend the time to go check everything here.
A lot of money on those things. Demon Hilt and hitting an Aeon helmet. That's not too bad. Blue rock on Batsy's side from the jerk bird.
Moon does love a blue rock.
And she gets past the jerk bird. Nice. Another check. A very rare check done on Blizzard side right now.
Rithrick's going into Son of Sun again.
A little bit better equipped this time. But again, that Gigadai is going to do a double blast fire attack and a double hand shadow attack.
Oh, he has the elemental mails on now.
Ooh.
Survives it. He has heal on Frog and Antipode 3, so
That's what's
at
going to
this point he's good.
Left or right chest check there on Moon Blizzard side. Go left, Moon Blizzard. Go left.
Left, right.
Check.
You're on the right side of the screen.
So he's going to be smart. He's going to save it. He's going to check both chests and decide which one he wants most. Water Rise. Ooh, on Rithrick's side. Okay, not too bad.
Flash mail. I'd probably reset. Yeah.
Maza Immune down on Lord Batsy's side down there in the bottom right. That's a standard vanilla boss you'll see there at that spot because you're going to see the new boss very shortly.
I half-heartedly hope it's the Guardian after you called it the new boss.
Could be Mother Brain. It's a mutant.
Looks like
But
a
which-
Terra.
Yeah, I think that's Terra. Oh, we're
Giga.
both wrong. It's Giga. So we need to talk about Giga Mutant here. Giga Mutant hurts, most likely. Yep, that shining bit will do some damage. This is a boss that is only affected by magic damage, so Antipode 3 is going to be very useful here. Nice job killing Giga Gaia on Rithrick's side. Let's 1 second here, see what we've got here from the Giga Gaia. The Hero Medal.
So that means Grand Hero Frog is on the table.
Back to this Giga Mutant. Again, only affected by magic, but every time you deal magic damage to it, it takes away your MP. And Marley goes down on
Just sleeping.
Batsy's side.
Just taking a nap.
That's not an Antipode 3 if she's able to cast. And now
Luckily,
two characters are... This could be a problem.
So the hero medal item, key item, is an equipable key item for Frog or anybody shaped like a frog. It offers.
Now she's taking a real nap.
It offers the prism glasses effect, which I can't remember what they're called right now.
Froggus.
But it gives the frog 50% extra damage, as well as an auto barrier and auto shield. And
Dreamstone.
Dreamstone is good to see there. Prism specs. Thank you.
That'd be
Thank you,
nice.
Brain. Moon Blizzard is facing Giga Gaia now. Batsy recovering versus the mutants pretty well.
What are we going to give this jerky turn in? Prism Dress. Not a bad pickup.
Not the best on the loot table there, but it's definitely useful.
It's something, Prismy. Amulet done from that Giga Mutant. Nice pick. That's a pretty good drop there from that mutant.
Slapping it on Marley right away.
Grand Leon pickup from Aku. He's going to enjoy that.
I would expect the characters that people are using right now to be the endgame party. The only person I can see changing might be Moon if you can get that Magus with Blue Rock available.
Batsy's going to be picking up the Chrono Trigger. So
go
that's
mode.
one go mode.
All right, so now Batsy and Moon are having a discussion of does Batsy go for her go mode that she has available, or does she start checking some checks to help Moon find a second available go mode?
Rithrick is doing Genodome.
The thing that needs to happen, so Batsy can do the Omen go mode, which locks Moon Blizzard out of the Omen option, but he will have to either find both sword pieces and Frog, or do the Dreamstone Ruby Knife through Tyranno Layer.
Well, I believe the only check that they have right now is Genodome. So this should be the gate key, I would imagine.
Woe is also available. Should they go through the factory?
Should they go through? Yeah, so they can go get magic through the factory and go through Mount Well, which is good.
Factory is the only option available right now. Get magic unlocked. So right now, all the characters that you would normally have to go to Specchio for in the vanilla game to unlock their third tech for magic are locked at their third tech. They're not able to learn a fourth technique until you speak to Specchio. You have a couple options to get there. You can either get there once you get the gate key by hopping in the cupboard in Medina where the imps feed you cake. Or you can get there through factory by defeating the R66 at the end of factory. Or if you're really keen, you can go all the way through Magus Castle Go mode and hop through the gate in the Dark Ages. But that is definitely not your best option.
No. We got a quick minute here. We want to thank everyone for hanging out tonight. We've got crowds slowly gathering up here. This is, again, for the Liam Foundation. Great charity. You guys definitely want to donate to it. We've got some amazing prizes here as well. If you donate a minimum of $5 right now to this great cause, you could be put into a raffle to win a Chrono Cross Radical Dreamers Collector's Edition Steam Key. And, oh my, that's a game that I enjoy very much. And we got an all-day prize going on here, $75 gift card to an online game store of your choice. But you got to donate as a minimum of $25 throughout today. And of course, as our lovely Danny mentioned earlier, if you donate during the stream, give us your best dad joke.
Or even your worst.
Or your worst. I'll tell you what. If you donate, if anyone donates a minimum of $5 for a dad joke, and it makes Azure's cringe like so bad, I will match it. It's got to be soul crushing. Like this is something that you've got to be like, so this is something that I'm gonna have to our host and hostess are gonna have to come and say no more of that. Seriously, that's how bad I want them to be. Okay, so get him in here. I want to hear him.
I was about to jump in and read all that, and you beat me to it, and you might have done it better. I might just have you stay the rest of the day and take over for me. You may have just gotten yourself a job, sir.
Careful what you wish for.
Is that something you want, Danny? I'm not sure.
I mean, at this rate, we've got Azure in here. We're trying to make unhappy with dad jokes. I'm bringing Dark Moon back in. I mean, I feel this is a worthy cause to donate to.
If it's a $10 donation or more, I'm gonna make Dark Moon come back and he's got to read it.
No, that's what I said. Dark Moon's coming in to restream after this race. Make it worth the while. We redo these jokes just to make Dark Moon cringe. He is somewhere at home right now listening to this, just hating me.
I think he's hating
me. I think it's good. It's for charity. It's for an amazing charity. LiamFoundation.org. Check them out. They do an amazing job and a bunch of work. And it's all nonprofit, run by volunteers who are all fantastic and have been amazing to work with this, setting all this up. So dad jokes, send them to us with a donation.
Yeah. Azure. Yeah, Azure. You want to talk about this Genodome play here that Rithix is doing while everyone else is catching up here? Moon Blizzard missed. Oh, I thought Moon Blizzard missed the rat. Oh, I'm glad I was wrong.
I was too busy enjoying the commentating, but I'm assuming Rithix was able to get the conveyor belt skip.
Not sure. I wouldn't.
With how little time he spent in there, I'm fairly certain. Chat can correct me if they did not.
I think he's actually running back.
You're right.
He's running back again. He did get that power tab though in that corner. That was very nice.
Yeah. So in Genodome, you can skip the conveyor belt. It's a very, very tight window. I want to say 5 to 7 frame window that you can actually skip this whole sequence Rithix is going through right now.
Yeah, it's a super tight window. So a couple of pixels, I believe, is what you've got to work with. It's just so much easier, and just kind of come in and redirect this or change the direction of this conveyor here, and you get a magic gem. You can't complain. Meanwhile, we've got something. I'm not sure what that thing is on Betsy's side. I think I saw it one time. What is that called? Scrap metal. Thank you. That's what that's called.
I think that thing in the background. I think that's a mountain. Actually.
Oh yeah, there's a nice mountain back there. I love the nice dark, the dark clouds and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just there. There we go. Now we got Rithix is hanging out on this Genodome. Gonna open up all these doors so that way he can run in here with his electric shock and activate those doors. There it goes.
Watching.
Yeah, he's.
No, he's good.
Yeah, I'll be all right. There he goes.
So now he's about to. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I said, do you guys mind if I jump in for a quick donation?
Go for it.
Forsaken Sadness donates with 2 bad jokes. He's like, I got 2. First one, why didn't the toilet paper cross the road?
Why?
Because it got stuck in a crack.
Oh my.
And how does a penguin build a house? It igloos it together.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. We got a groan. We got a groan. I believe that means you are doubling that donation.
I will double that donation after.
All right.
this
Well,
run.
yep. That's
keep them coming.
5.
Keep them
Keep
coming.
a tally.
Rithrick's dealing with possibly the worst AI in this game. Having that robot follow you.
Yeah. Did he? If I saw it correctly, did he do the trick where you can just kind of make him go through that wall there?
He did, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a. If you run up your characters into the room where the statue was, the robot will kind of glitch through the wall a little bit instead of having to go all the way around the conveyor, and you have to go all the way around that corner. You can just cut them right across there. Only the robot can do that. The characters can't do that, but it just makes it a whole lot faster. It's a great speed run trick. It's awesome.
So in Jets, you don't have the Atropos fight here. You just kind of skip over it. You go straight to the Mother Brain.
This flare is just doing some work.
Yeah,
Blizzard is going to be joining Rithrick here in the Genodome.
The seed was particularly kind when it came to rolling the techs for the starting, because they could have very easily been locked out of anything good without having magic unlocked at this point.
Another nice flare there. So this is where you put the 2 statues you pick up. And normally in this room that Rithrick is going to be joining in here too, you're going to be fighting Mother Brain. But obviously in the randomizer, that may not be the case, as we see Batsy down there on the bottom right is doing her and Isabel 2 fight. Aku is back up there doing his, finishing up his escape. Mazmune down there on Rithrick's side. I've actually never fought Mazmune in this area. I'm not sure how tough he is here.
I don't expect anything with Antipode 3 is going to present itself as tough for a little while.
No, especially when they've got that. Well, actually, Rithrick does not have that Grand Leon quite yet.
At this point, Frog is a glorified alchemist healer.
Yeah. Oh, that's nothing bad about that. Ow. Ooh. Decent hit there, but not going to take Luca down. Not at these levels. 3 should do it. There he goes.
Speed built's a nice drop. Considering Luca and Marl are particularly slow characters, Frog is also fairly slow.
Thomas Pop. Ooh.
Thomas Pop.
Yo, dog, we hear you like fetch quests. So we're gonna put a fetch quest in your quest. If we oh, heavenly lords, please make it the prism shard after this.
Yeah, they haven't found the Marl, the person named Marl yet, so...
Because then they have to go through Mount Woe to get to the gate key to get the Marley after that from that thing that makes the pterodactyl lair.
As many in the randomizers, and every randomizer community has probably said before, sometimes rando is gonna rando.
Yep. Yeah, because right now that's the only place to get magic right now is that factory. I mean, if you're gonna be the person that goes through that Black Go and Go mode, you're definitely gonna want to do factory. Now, Moon Blizzard is making short work of this Genodome.
I think we might see the conveyor skip out of Moon Blizzard. If we do, it'll be great because we can see it.
On the flip side, Thomas Pop does have rubbles. And I know a lot of you better players than me, Azure, don't fight the rubbles very much.
So, while it does have rubbles, it also has a lot of power tabs.
And some pretty high tier items, I believe, too.
Yeah.
Lapises are always nice.
Seeing somebody, Pseudo-Arc, surprised that we're seeing Geno without magic unlocked. We have Antipode 3 and Heal, so not a whole lot can stand against this party right now.
Yeah, if you're using this party to beat the game, you've got Heal, Antipode 3. It's no contest. Not a lot of single tech, so.
Yeah, our only real struggle would be another Lavos spawn, just because they really do not have much for single target damage.
Bye-bye. My kitty!
All right, let's see. It looks like we... Oh, no, sorry. We'll see if Moon goes up to open the door after conveyor. We're going to see conveyor skip, so I think we will. It might take an attempt or two, but...
That's good. This is going to be a nice skip if Moon Blizzard can get it. What rock do we have here? Oh, did not skip that fight. If you hug that bottom wall, Rithrick's could have avoided this fight.
But so we're just a tiny rub on Moon Blizzard. I think he's still on pace here, though.
Oh, this could be close. Oh, we got it! Oh, beautiful. Now I know how to do it.
1 for 1. You'll be able to recreate that tomorrow.
That's right.
This is the robot being a jerk.
Yeah, so he's got to maneuver this robot all the way down here, but with the conveyor going that direction, it's going to be A-okay. Now he's going to run around here, and he's going to run into this room where if you got to run all the way up. There's a speed tab here too, by the way, after you grab that statue. And if he comes down, the robot should be hanging out right there. There it is.
Yeah, some excellent execution in Geno for Moon Blizzard.
Catching up on Aku and Lord Batsy here. Batsy's doing her Kikagaya fight. And he's getting short work of him. Well, speaking of short work, there it is. Aku's also most likely going to be making short work of this mutant because he does have access to Antipode 3 now.
And Rithrex, we're going to see a new boss. This is where you would normally fight Rust Tyranno, but today we will be fighting something different.
Oh, please be Atropos. That'd be awesome. Shade not the gold stud for the amulet. Bold move. We did pick up some sunshades somewhere. Yeah. I see what he's doing there. Oh, Isbell won. Oh, we don't get to see the disembodied body of Rust Tyranno anymore? Oh, Pseudo-Arc, why? One of my favorite things to see.
Just a note for Nisbel 1. Nisbel 1 is AI expects that you will have lightning to stun him. So, luckily, Rithrick got here a little bit higher level and with some really strong techs. But Nisbel will constantly just AoE you if you don't stun him with lightning. So, nice that we don't need to worry about it with what the power level we're at, but it can definitely be tricky if you can't stun them.
Especially in a high physical damage area like this. But with that Endable 3, Rift should make short work. Aku's doing his Giga Mutant fight, and again, only affected by magic that Giga Mutant is. And every time you cast magic at it, takes away your MP. Speaking of short work, there's Nizbel 1, down on Rithrick's side. What key item are we going to get? The gate key! Darn it! Although we do not have the ruby knife yet, so there's that. But we do have a quick... Well, is it quick? Is it a quick access to magic? Because I think the factory would be way easier.
No, I suppose, but some people will have to go through this in order to get the gate key. They definitely could have gotten magic sooner, but... While we have a minute, as runners are just going through some various things here, if you are interested in Jets of Time and you're looking at this and saying, holy crap, this seems complicated, I want to preface saying this isn't our usual flag set. The duplicate characters part anyway. It's a very fun randomizer, very easy to pick up, a very welcoming community. Any question you ever have will always be answered. Please stop by our Discord and hang out. Give any of these runners a follow. They're all really great to watch.
Races going on daily. Literally.
Sometimes, yeah. There's always we have asyncs running. It's all kinds of content, all kinds of fun. Yeah, it breathes new life into a game that I could play forever.
We've got Specchio down there on Rithrick's side. He's the master of war, although I need everyone to start thinking magic in the chat right now. Everyone. I'm thinking it right now. I always think about magic when I'm in this room. You know, this room is just so magical. You know, it's just something magical about how you spin around the room 3 times. And then, it's just so magical. We're going to get magic on all 3 of our characters here. You could fight Specchio and get yourself some ethers and a magic tab, but it is Specchio. A little bit difficult sometimes. Aku, however, is heading through the factory to get magic. I mean, I like that play, but he does not have lightning. So every fight here with these acids and all these other things, they're going to take a long time to get off or finish off.
Yeah, especially without having lightning.
Yeah,
and it just looks like Lord Batsy is on their way to start their go mode and leaving Moon on his own.
Now we do have alternate music on, so hopefully our restreamer could potentially switch over to Batsy's side. We can hear some nice music.
I think Batsy's audio has the Discord chatter, so I don't think we'll be able to for Batsy.
Darn it. That's right. We'll have to wait. Thank you, Lord Fizzleby, for that. There's some nice music there on not only on the Xenon Bridge, but here on this mountain. Ooh, nice skip there.
The decision here may have been they've checked everywhere else other than what Moon's about to have available through the checks he's doing, so it would have taken Batsy more time to get to the point Moon is at to help than it would for her to start her go mode. So again, the runners are looking at it as whoever has the lowest average finish time will win, so...
You're going to see Aku here in the factory. He's going to stay to this top left and this top side here. He's going to avoid all of these fights, which is needed. Because this is going to be a painful fight. I'm not sure if you can even run from it, unfortunately. A couple mid-ethers, not too terribly bad. Because these acids and these alkalines, they only take damage really from lightning. And if you hit them with anything else, they counterattack you. Nice skip there from Rithrick's as well. If you kind of hang up on that side, just wait for that ape to go by, you can easily skip that fight. Which I thought was actually unrunnable for quite some time until that happened. Yeah, Aku's gonna be here a while, unfortunately, because he's gonna have to take all these acids and alkalines down with physical attacks.
You can use magic. They're just not as affected by anything other than lightning. The main thing you want to do if you get here, like he has the green and orange, is you want to single target down a single color and then start screen clearing. It will still take more than one AoE, but if you hit them with a screen clear when there's two different colors, they're gonna counterattack you.
And it hurts. Terra Mutant on Rithrick's side. Ooh. That could be a little bit of a problem.
I think they should be fine. The Reptite Lair spot isn't particularly strong.
Well, Terra Mutant does have that heal, but I don't know how much it's going to heal for in this spot. Although 3,000 damage...
doesn't even matter. Unfortunately, he did queue up the second attack. Once the top is dead, you don't actually have to attack anything. You just wait for the bottom to despawn.
You can just call me a liar and just one-shot him, thanks. I'll be over here if you need me. Terra Arm and a Power Seal, however.
Lord Batsy about to show us who's at the top of Death Peak. There's still there's 2 lava spawns available in the boss randomizer pool.
I call Dalton. It's gonna be Dalton.
It's still an option to find a lava spawn at the top here. Definitely like the least. The boss you're hoping to find the least. Again, our runners don't have any good single target spells.
Ooh, what if Dalton's in the last boss in Black Omen? That's be brutal. Rithrick's just gonna give us the check of what character is on Dactyl's Nest. Ret Knight. Here, down here in Death's Peak.
Red Knight is also unfortunate to find here. They do have the ice damage to make the top and bottom hittable easier. But again,
the R series are all Lucas. That's great. I love it. Up there on Aku's side. Because that's Robo. That's Robo. You're right.
Yeah. So they're gonna have to just regular attack both halves of this down. The key thing here with Rabatsy is to make sure that the top and bottom don't drain all the health out of the center bit. If the center bit dies, Brett Knight's going to Berserk, and will be
nice skip by
to handle.
Nice skip by Rithrick's. It's almost a pixel perfect skip there that he did, and you can pause the game and kind of get yourself in position. Otherwise, you just kind of just run and grab the first monster you see. There's a second one here he's going to try to do. Nice.
Moon Blizzard is through. Giant's Claw gets his gate key.
It's a Marley.
A Luca Marley.
So that gives us access to nothing.
Unless we find the Prism Shard.
Which is on top of Mount Woe, calling it now. I was right.
That does make sense.
Yeah, it'll be Prism Shard to... It's either going to be Ruby Knife or, well... Kind of thinking here. After the Prism Shard, you don't really have... I mean, you could have...
We found the Prism Shard. Rithrick has it.
Yeah.
So, let's take notes here. Prism Shard was...
Oh, it's probably... Yeah, Reptite Lair. So... Ooh. Aku, what are you doing? That's not thinking magic, man. That is thinking U-turns. That's what that's thinking.
The game actually only checks to see if you hit the corners. It doesn't care so much about the walls.
I know, but I still run around the room anyway.
I also do. I hug the walls because I don't trust myself not to hit the corners.
Ret Knight's still going a little slow down here on the bottom right. Moon Blizzard's going to go get his magic from the gate key.
Good note. Batsy actually isn't unlocking magic.
She doesn't need to.
Mhm.
She's got everything she needs.
She'll have a little trouble with Zeal 2, honestly.
A little bit.
So she may, once she gets access to... No? Never mind. I'd personally take the factory route to get magic here and hope I get access to Antipote 2 before Zeal 2.
Yeah, it's going to be... Yeah, that Zeal 2 fight is going to be a major pain, but I am confident she will get through it.
Batsy is pushing the shell and climbing the shell. In this case, it is a floating little eye.
Right.
It's fine.
Yeah, over here on Aku's side here, he's going to be doing the Death Peak's Black Omen Go mode, because he's activating that right now. Question in chat: do you ever do the 5 laps and not think about magic? Bro, I think about magic all the time. You know, it is just so magical to keep thinking about that magic. Aku does switch off that new, which is okay. I mean, no! Oh. Down here, however, on Richard's side, we're going to see what's in the back of the trial.
There's some decently high tier chests down here, too.
Now, we do have access to that bent hilt, thanks to Aku. We're going to kind of see what could be back here. It's got to be some sort of progression that's going to take us through to either... it's going to be either the ruby knife or the bent sword. It's going to have to be one of those 2 locations. Doomsicle for any Maguses that we use, but we're not going to be. We're all sitting in here on our edge of our seats. 2 full tonics and 3 full tonics. And our Marluka picks up a Moonstone. And since we do have access to the past, we can take the... Oh, that is horrible. You've got to take the Moonstone out of here, take it back to the past, power it up, take it back to the future, pick it up, go back to 1000 AD, and turn it in.
Yeah, and we still haven't seen the Mount Low gamble.
Laser guards going down on Batsy's side. Aku's now starting to use tabs as well, so that's going to be his end party. He does have the Grand Leon. I wonder if he may go for that Hero's Medal to power up that Grand Leon even more. We'll see.
Kyo, I see you with your dad joke in the chat. I just want you to know I appreciate it.
Dear, don't you go breaking that window. That's 600 years old. Don't break that window. You did. Why'd you do that? Nadia, it's not cosplay season. But for this boss, however, we did already finish Yakar 13 off. Ooh, what slash is that? Is that super slash or regular slash?
Regular slash.
So slash has a very high magic defense. So this Antipode 3 is not going to be doing the damage you've been seeing.
Yeah, contrary to what they're named, Super Slash and Flea Plus are actually the weaker versions of Slash and Flea.
And he's also immune to ice magic, so... That's a little bit painful, but we'll make it. Make it work. Aku is making his Death Peaks climb right now.
Nailing all the rooms here.
Nice puncher skips there. On Aku's side. Moon Blizzard's going to be picking up his Prism Shard right now. And Batsy is currently making her way through all of these lovely, lovely panels. And there was a slash. He's gone now.
It's hard to tell exactly which team is ahead right now.
You're not really sure. Again, it's once they both hit those GGs, that's when we're gonna know.
Let's see how Akuhash handles this Red Knight fight. And again, not an easy fight with the text they have.
Not a lot of physical damage on any of these sides right now.
And Frog missing.
Yeah, we don't have a frog, so we're not going to be seeing the. Yeah, I believe the only thing that could be here after this Moonstone is the Ruby Knife, because we do not have a frog.
Well, Frog is in the burrow, so as soon as they
okay.
find both pieces, they could technically have that go mode.
I did not see that, so.
Yeah, it's a frog. It's a Magus. That's a frog, or a frog. That's a Magus. Sorry, I keep getting the order wrong.
Oh, because the Magus was green. That's right. See, I'm
Yeah, duplicate characters not the easiest thing to learn, but it's fun to watch for charity.
Is Moon Blizzard going to get this skip? Yeah, he's going for it. You can see him pausing the game there, trying to make sure he gets the pixels correct. Almost.
One more.
Do not. There you go.
Goes. Yeah, pause buffering is the easiest way I find to get that one. Akuhesh is resetting out of the Red Knight fight.
Yeah, it's a hard fight for the characters he has. He does not have, a lot of high damage. He does not have, leap slash. He doesn't have these things yet, so he has to prepare just a little bit better. Moon Blizzard picking up his Marley. Rithrick's meanwhile is turning in his Moonstone, grabbing it. Gonna go back and pick up his item, which again should be the Ruby Knife or the Bent Sword. Either way, that's gonna be a go mode for them.
Yeah, with Mount Low being the other option.
But the true winner right now is Lord Batsy because she did pet the cat.
It's true. No one else's run is valid.
Yeah, no one else's run is valid. I think we should automatically declare her the winner. Which I'm actually surprised that Aku has to get the pit again. Maybe they'll do it after the run. We'll see. Does it count after the run? I'm not sure.
I think it should be done before you enter your last dungeon.
I mean, I agree with that too. Was turning in his lovely, lovely Prism Shard. Be very unhappy to find out that he's gonna traverse the entire space-time continuum to continue on his quest after this.
Ruby Knife.
That's the other go mode.
So Moon Blizzard's about one dungeon and a bunch of time traveling behind Rithrick's. Lord Batsy is half a dungeon ahead of Akuhesh. It's definitely going to be a close finish.
Goons are some of the highest, experience points enemies in the game. They're very nice to kill. You want to kill as many of them as you can. Because they're also, you got Flare. It's going to be nice sequence to come out. Nice dodging of that fight. Nice dodging of that fight. I never dodge those because I do fight the eyes all the time because they're worth a lot of TP and experience. Nova armor for that frog there on the bottom. That Chrono frog. Rainbow helmet as well. Very nice to see.
Yeah.
Nice
Rainbow
skip there. Thank you for showing me how to do that. And you did not skip this one.
Yeah, this one you can skip just by holding the right wall and going along the bottom.
But I know you can skip that other fight. Thank you, Batsy.
Yeah, just walk into the room and just hold up. Ooh, Rithrick's getting this fight.
Yeah, because he's going through the Tyranno layer right now to get his go mode. Nothing special yet here. A Gloom helmet for any Maguses you might want to use. Magic Tab and a full tonic, so nothing great.
All right, let's see what our new shop has, because that room was lackluster. Fingers crossed.
Sunshades.
Mega Elixir.
Mega Elixir. Yep, Mega Elixirs, you're done. Sell everything you want. Pick up everything you need. Equip everything. Mega elixir, mega elixir, mega elixir, mega elixir, mega elixir. Don't need anything else.
Aku is through the Ret Knight fight.
Nice. Moon Blizzard's making his way on the back of Trial. Oh, that music. I'm so happy. Such good music. I could listen to that music all night. I just might.
Definitely, yeah. I do like we added that in the battle theme 3 back in on the bridge. Just it's an optional flag, but I haven't seen anybody not use them in a long time.
Moon Blizzard's picking up his Moonstone so he can get his go mode going. Batsy's just trying to figure out exactly what she needs.
Rithwick skipping a few fights there. Cut
But
the
he
wrong
did not
button.
skip this one. I press the wrong button here all the time. Makes me sad.
So I use Idiom. The Tyranno layer has the R in it, so you go with the right button. And the Giant's Claw has the L in it, so you go with the left button. I don't know. It just works for me.
Hey, whatever works, right?
Because I also always forgot.
Nice flare is going to take out that Tubster down there on Lord Batsy's side. Makes short work of him.
Rithwick doesn't get the skip on the way back, but it's one of those you have to line yourself up just right and go left. So.
And you can see that Batsy is taking a lot of fights here, trying to reduce the amount of issues she's going to have on the last couple fights between Queen Zeal and a Mammoth Machine. She did not get magic unlocked for her characters, so I'm assuming she's going to be relying on Mega Bomb strats for the face. Yeah, hard to skip
Hey,
these
Dalton!
Ruinators. Dalton! My boy!
He's here!
So we're going to run to the Dalton on Moon Blizzard's side. So Dalton, he's a pain in the butt. He likes to counterattack any magic you throw at him. So, except for lightning. So since Anti-Bolt 3 is a shadow damage, he will counterattack with lightning 2. If you attack fire, he'll counterattack with ice. And if you cast ice at him or water, he'll counterattack with fire. Now, his little magic attacks here that he's doing, not a lot of damage. It is his physical attacks that are going to be doing the major portion of his damage. He does have a physical attack that can one-shot people. But 2 Anti-Bolt 3s later, Dalton is eliminated. Now, we do have a potential to see a double Dalton down in the sunken shrine here, so we'll see what happens.
I will speak on the runner's behalf. Please no.
Please, yes. That's the audience behalf, is please, yes. Slash is eliminated on Moon Blizzard's side there. Makes short work of him. Aku is starting his Black Omen. Wonder Shot on
Wonder
Batsy's
Shot.
side. See, those Berserkers would come in handy. Berserker Haste. Bam, 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 bam. That actually could be useful now as you're on that Zeal 2 fight.
Yeah, the Wonder Shot's definitely will probably be better than the Mega Bomb. Or at least some of the time.
Nice skips there on Moon Blizzard's side. Skips that fight
Rithwick's
as well.
So Rithwick's is going into one of the only other guaranteed vanilla fights in this boss randomizer. It is the Black Tyranno. It operates much the same as Black Tyranno does in vanilla, except instead of it always being the same element, it's just a randomized element every seed. So it could be fire, water, lightning, or shadow, or physical. You don't really know until you start the fight, or unless you get your super attack from Tyranno, which I did not know what it was. It was Shadow, so we have Shadow from Black Tyranno today. Cool. But beyond that, there's just a little boss fight from Rithrics and some dungeoning. I don't know if any donations for dad jokes have come in. But if there are, you are free to read some.
Valkyr. Although everyone should be donating to the Liam Foundation here. Again, great charity as we're waiting on what boss Betsy's going to be fighting here. Exclamation point, donate if you want to find out how to donate. Son of Sun!
So Son of Sun acts the same way he does in Sun Palace. You have to attack the right flame 10 times. The major difference is his attacks just do more damage.
Nice
still 10.
grab.
I don't know if it's confirmation bias, but that bottom right flare pretty much is most of the time the right flame for me.
Says you.
Except for me.
When Blizzard picks up his Sunstone, he's going to go turn that in for his last Go mode item. Antipo 3 is going to be making short work of this Black Tyranno. He's making his way down right now. Taking that out. Still got some damage left on that Black Tyranno. Aku's starting his Black Omen. Now, Son of Sun here also only takes 10 hits on that flame, regardless of where he's at. And then he will lose all of his fires, and he will die. In the randomizer, you can see that there's 4 fires. In the normal version, there are 6. And of course, you don't ever want to hit that middle part of that head, because he will counterattack with Flare.
Betsy is through that fight. Let's see if Aku's going to actually fight this orb, or if he's going to run.
He's got the damage for it. He does not have the Wonder Shot yet, so...
Looks like he's going to try.
Good source of experience points and tech points if he can kill these sidekicks here. It's excruciatingly hard to hit.
Our last runner has entered Go mode, Moon.
And Moon's going to most likely do some shopping first before he heads down. I thought he was actually heading back to the 1200 BC. I was like, is he going to do it? Is he going to do that? Whoa. No, he's not. Okay. Now, Tyranno Go mode is actually one of the fastest Go modes we have here in the Jet to Time Randomizer. Plenty of places to skip fights.
If you want to see some excellent fight skipping, Moon Blizzard is one of the best, if not the. If you join our Discord and our guides channel, he has a couple of videos on all the skips that are in this game for Jets of Time. It's really helpful for new runners. Garant raiding with a party of 7. Welcome in, Raiders. We are nearing the end stretch here of this Jets of Time boss randomizer for Chrono Trigger. We also have our duplicate character flag on. Welcome in, welcome in.
Mid-Ethers for sale in one of the new shops. There are 4 shops here in 1200 BC. One down there in Hansa. There's 2 here, and then 1 down there in the Earthbound Isle.
Nova Armor
Armor's
Wonder Shot.
Nova Armor's for sale. Nice. Yeah, so this new shop's pretty stacked, unlike the other one that was less stacked. Tabin Helm there on Blizzard's side. So for that Luca that he's carrying around. And again, you can see Rizix, he's doing his shopping, trying to get his final items there. He's going to need to defeat Lavos. Excuse me. We've been picking up some mid-ethers as well as some mid-tonics that are for sale here. Because he does not have access to those mega elixirs like Aku and Lord Batsy will have. I'm actually a little giddy to see what boss is here.
Yeah, for sure.
That's always the best part of Boss Rando. Is like, who's going to be here? Who do we not normally see?
See, this is a skip I can never get, and Moon gets it.
Moon just walks by it.
Like it was nothing.
Actually didn't see who the boss was. Oh, yeah, it's Dalton. Like, I didn't see who the boss was. Oh, yeah, it's Dalton, my boy. I'm getting a all Dalton seed made.
Q's calling his shot. He says Mother Brain's the random boss we're going to see.
Meanwhile, Batsy's going to be fighting the second boss down here in Black Omen after she gets through these panels.
We got a flea.
Regular flea.
Regular flea is still... Both fleas have the same AI, essentially. If you have all three of your parties up and you attack him at all, he can counterattack with the stare, which is a very powerful area of effect physical damage. So you never want to queue up more than one attack at a time, just in case you get yourself double stared, because he will do that.
And it can and will wipe you. And we've got one Don Dalton there on Moon Blizzard's side. Moon Blizzard picking up some good time here. On Batsy's side, however, is it the Mega Mutant. That's all three mutants. So Mega Mutant, it can be damaged by physical damage. If you do kill the bottom or the top first, right away the other one will go berserk. And it will also give us our first look at Obstacle.
Rithryx is through the flea fight.
Nice. And again, Frog Chrono does need glass.
We're going to see the obstacle is...
Sleep. And that's not going to last very long because we just licked Frog, so he's going to be awake again.
Sleep is one of the least bad obstacles you can really wind up with.
Stop being number one. And again, Antipode 3 is going to make quick work of that mutant. Picked up another Valkyrie, I see. We're almost at that $4,000 donations. Again, we got some great prizes going on here. Game store of your choice. $25 game store gift card for a total of $25 for the day. Chrono Cross edition, Steam edition key coming in, $5 donation. Nice raffle there. Definitely get your donations. We find a Yakra 1 on Betsy's side. Now, if I do recall, Azure, this boss here got buffed.
Yeah, so a lot of the early game bosses put in the late game spots. They just became sacks of hit points without being super threatening. But lately, we're about to see what this counterattack does. But with some recent changes, they actually have a little bit of threat to them again.
There's actually some decent damage there on that Yakra one. 129 on that Marley Ayla.
So because of the hero medal and safe helm, both Frog and Luca have shields, so they actually take less damage from physical attacks, which is why they took only about half as much.
He's doing a Glacier Flare combo, or she's doing a Glacier Flare combo, excuse me. And it's not a bad thing to do.
Rithrick's not doing a lot of grinding, just moving on.
He's checking out his levels. I think he's going to grind on the go.
Yeah, so experienced runners try to be 28-ish when they get there. As long as they're comfortable. You get to Lavos around 32, 33, and yeah. If you're new to the run, though, I would definitely aim to stop at that first fight there. Just grind there for a little while up until like the low 30s. Just
Yep,
so you
about
have
31, 32 is where I go. I've been playing this for years.
Yeah, it just gives you a lot more health and stats to carry you through if you're not quite used to the fights yet.
This is one of the best grind spots in the game that Rithrick's is doing. It's got 80 tech points and 2,000 experience points. So it's like... I'm sorry, he did the one below it, so it's only going to have 50 tech points. What he's doing here is he's going to be lowering Frog's hit points. So that way he can use Frog Squash down here on the elevator. That's going to allow him to damage the Scouters, the blue Scouters, and the red Scouters quite efficiently because Frog Squash does deal damage based on Frog's hit points.
Mm-hmm.
And the lower they are, the more damage he deals. So... And I do know I believe we picked up a gold earring as well, just to boost that damage even more.
My experience, I'm pretty sure you only need to have about 400 less health than your max health for Frog Squash to kill off the scouts.
And Moon Blizzard is catching up still. Picked up that speed tab down here in the town. Who not too far behind Batsy. Taking on his second dumpster fight.
Batsy's about to go into the Zeal fight, though.
So Zeal's kind of interesting because she uses Halation. It does knock you down to 1 hit point, but she doesn't... The first phase really doesn't do much except Halation and steal your MP. So you don't really need to be worrying about healing too much. There will be, most likely... a little trick that Batsy will be doing here called the menu glitch. When the screen goes completely black, you can press the menu button, and if you do it right, you can open up your menu before you fight the Mammon Machine. You'll also see it on Rithrick's, Aku, and Moon Blizzard for their respective fights as well. You can also do it on Xenon Bridge as well.
Yeah, that one's a little harder to get. I just mashed to get that one.
So if you pick up a nice weapon or a piece of armor you want to equip right away, it's really nice. A Vigil Hat.
It's unfortunate. He already has the Nova armor, so it's kind of just doubling up on status immunities, but it does let him put the hat on to change out for an elemental gear.
There's that gold earring I was talking about. Another Valkyrie. This is the first use of Frog Squash you're most likely going to need here. Ouch. Did not kill frogs, thankfully.
Hypnotoad.
And you can see he did 450 damage to that Scouter, which will kill it, because the Scouter's only have about 200 hit points. Aku's on his Son of Sun fight. Moon Blizzard's not too far behind. Batsy is done with her first Zeal 1 fight, and she does get the menu glitch. So she's going to recover, she's going to be able to get all of her MP back, use tonics, ethers, make sure she has all of her tabs ready, all of her equipment ready to go. And then she's on to the Mammon Machine.
So Mammon Machine also has been updated a bit for Jets of Time. It enters its second phase quicker, because otherwise the level and strength of the text that we get here with, Mammon Machine normally didn't get to do anything at all before we moved on to Zeal 2, so...
$4,000 on that Antipode 3, though. If we do not kill it this round, though, it will counterattack and deal a ton of damage. Man Machine has about 10,000 hit points. There's release stored energy.
This might take Batsy out.
Ooh.
Almost.
Nope. Almost. She's going to Mega Elixir. Not a bad move. And she's just going to kind of wait for that last Antipode 3. She also could have sat here with the heal and took care of it that way.
The Mega Elixir does give Luca her flare tick points back, though.
Aku did wipe on Son of Sun, it looked like.
Unfortunate.
Moon Blizzard does get past his flea. And Batsy is done with the Mammoth Machine. Now, a little trick here you could do on Son of Sun once he does his roulette. You can, with Luca, since you have Luca, although I'm not sure if she's in the right position, you could use Flame Toss on one side or the other and see which one might be one that you need. You got it that time, though, on that far left one. If it does not counterattack you, it is the correct one. Batsy's starting her Zeal 2 fight. Again, we've noted that she does not have a lot of single target techs. So it's going to be most likely Wonder Shot and
Glacier.
Glacier. Oh, very nice. That's a good pickup. Wonder Shot, 53 damage. You know,
Blunder Shot.
double Nizbel at the bottom here.
Again.
No lightning.
Yeah, so we're going to see a lot of counters here. I expect we'll see Antipode 3 and Frog just sitting there waiting to heal when they get low. But as you can see, Marl's already down half her health after just one round of counters, so...
Yeah, so Glacier's going to be the thing that we're going to be doing on Zeal 2 here from Batsy's side. See how much damage it does. Zeal has about 20,000 hit points or so, 2,200, so about 8. Oh, nice! Wonder Shot damage. 3,000 damage from that Wonder Shot. That's just basically, you know, stop doing it. Although that Luke did some damage and is going to go down. We're going to pick her up. We are. There we go. Gonna do a full tonic on that Luca. Another Wonder Shot hit. 2,072 damage. Dark Gear, however.
This could hurt.
Nope. It did hurt, but we've got Frog with heal, so we're okay.
Moon's doing his Ocean Palace.
And he's not grinding either. I can tell he's not grinding either. So
no.
Antipode 3.
So this will it puts Zeal over her 10,000, which
so she won't counter it.
Well, she's going to counter, but it's largely irrelevant since he's about to drop the Mega anyway.
Yeah, he's gonna halation right after this as well. There's the halation.
There's the Mega. So the next thing that should happen, this Mega Elixir will go off, and then Zeal will MP Buster the center character one more time.
And that's okay, because we don't really need to worry about that.
Nope. Luca is a wonder-shotting alchemy machine.
Still 2,200 damage on that. Nice shadow damage there on that Frog. 265, not too terribly bad. Wonder Shot, 517.
Blunder Shot.
Skygate on the Frog, though, may be of an issue. Ooh!
That barrier not helping at all anymore. After the halation, barriers don't impact damage at all.
Still waiting on that Glacier. Wonder Shot again. 1,000 damage. That's a nice hit. Skygate. 196. Not too terribly bad. I think we're 1 or 2 Glaciers away from GG on Batsy's side. We'll see.
Well, at least 1G. 1G at a time here.
Yeah, 1G at a time. You got to get both Gs to win. Wonder Shot again, 53 damage.
Oh,
That's
wow.
we were hoping on that Blunder Shot doing the damage you needed to do, but unfortunately it did not. Lavos started on Rithrick's side.
So still lots of opportunity here for Lavos to do Lavos things to Rithrick's. This race is definitely not over. Akuhesh getting a skip there by getting past those bats.
Very nice. Another Glacier going down here on Lord Betsy's side. And that's 1G down for Lord Betsy. A Zodiac Cape. 133.40 or so. Get your G in chats for Lord Betsy.
So just to remind the people that are here, or the people that weren't here when we went over it, the co-op rules are not the first teams to finish. It's the team that has, the motorcycle drive.
The average time between the two runners. So they're going to take the average time of Moon Blizzard and Betsy and the average time of Aku and Rithrick's, and whoever has the lowest time will win. Will it be a Wolf Lobe on Aku or Rithrick's, or will it be Team Snowbats on Moon Blizzard and Lord Betsy? We'll find out soon. Rithrick still coming on this Lavos, using that Leaf Slash. Ooh! Energy release might kill one character. Nope. Oh, came close. Very close.
I can't remember who's saying it is. The only HP that matters is the last one.
A prominent member of the Final Fantasy Randomizer community, Will Bloodward, says it only takes one to win, and you only need one hit point to win. And there it is, right there.
All right, phase 1 is down. Moonblue is down his elevator.
Aku is fighting his Mega Mutant right now.
Didn't take the time to lower Frog's health, and is choosing instead to one at a time take down the scouts.
I mean, a quick heal here for Rithrick. He may be out of shelters. Now you're going to hear one of the best soundtracks of the game down here on this Lavos 2 fight. You're also going to see that Lavos, it's not just this little shell here. He's pretty buff. He's got the he's got some stuff going on here. You know, he works out too. You know, probably taught Nisbel a thing or two about working out his arms here.
Yeah, spoiler alert, that wasn't Lavos.
What?
I know.
Ruined my whole childhood.
Don't worry, this thing here, this is definitely Lavos.
This is definitely Lavos. All right, cool.
It's even there. It says right there on the screen on the bottom, Lavos.
So Lavos is always going to start out with the Doors of Doom. It's going to do a lot of shadow damage. You can avoid it by having double star speed on every character.
And even then, it's a tight window.
It's a very tight window. 4,000 damage on that left arm. That right arm, though, is going to take it out. The Lavos' right arm has a little bit less hit points than Lavos' left arm. Because you want to take out at least one arm as soon as possible, because he does like to throw little boomerangs at you. And they do a lot of damage. Protective status gone on Marley. Damage is meh at this point. Leap Slash, however, should hopefully take out this left arm. 1,100 damage should do it just fine. Now, the issue is going to be Obstacle, which is coming up very shortly.
It's so it's not the end of the world, because I don't waste the turn on healing the sleep, because Lavos does shortly follow it up with the poison gas.
And that will wake up that character. Unless it misses, which it has done to me many times.
Rude.
Yeah. And there's the obstacle, and there's someone's going to sleep. Marley for sure is going to sleep. Oh, and Luca falls asleep as well.
Oh, choosing to heal.
Rithrick does make the heal. You know, it's not a bad play.
Does mean that they're definitely going to get poisoned.
Yep.
Poison does reduce the damage you do.
Even text like Antipo 3 does do reduced damage. Like Luca is currently poisoned. So this Antipo 3 will not do as much damage as we would normally see. Probably 40, lower 40s most likely. Look, they're 3,700, even worse. But with Leap Slash and Antipo 3, this would be easy fights. The next attack he'll do is Flame Attack, Flame Battle. Minor damage Flame, unless you're weak against fire, in which case it does a lot. But we should not see it. I lied. Call me a liar.
What we won't see is the Shadow Doom Blaze.
And that's great. Let's not see that attack. Shadow Doom Blaze, we do not want to see Shadow Doom Blaze, because if we do, it's going to be... someone's going to go down on Rithrick's side. We're not going to see it, which is good.
Aku is through his double fight.
And Aku is through his Yakker fight. So...
it's Team Wolf Lobe's race to lose at this time, I think.
All right, so get your G's in chat for Rithrick's, because he did kill Lavos, right?
Yeah. Lavos is dead.
Who's that guy?
Frieza.
Frieza. I don't know. He doesn't look like a Frieza. He looks like more like a Tamagotchi, or not whatever that guy is that pushes the garbage around. We're just see if we get the menu skip here on Rithrick's side, and we got it. It's not too tight of a window. Even we actually have a flag that makes it even easier. I'm not sure if it's actually running or not. But
be able to tell you real quick because it does pop you back into that first room if it is not being run.
Yeah, so it's a pretty tight window, but it's not too bad. Now Rithrick's here. You can see that he's fighting the Lavos core. Now, spoiler alert, it's not the middle.
Not gonna lie, I'll just tell a little story about myself. When I first beat this game in the yonder years, I thought I won by overhealing the left bit because I was just spamming big AoE damages, and the left bit kept getting healed, and I thought I won that way. I was not a very smart child sometimes. But basically, you have a few different strategies for Lavos Core. We call it left bit or center bit strategies. Left bit you tend to only do if you have a lot of physical damage. You take out the left bit, and it allows you to spam area of effect damages. If you take out center bit, you can't hit area of effect because if you hit the left bit at all, the remaining bits will counter you with a much more powerful X strike than you.
It does about 500 damage.
Ultimately, right bit is what you want to focus on once it lowers its defense. It has 20,000 HP.
Whew.
Yeah.
Oofty. Now you just see that the Lavos core did reduce its defense because it's going to try to revive that middle bit. This is the time to start using all of your damage abilities on it. But that other bit will continue to attack, so we want to make sure our hit points are very nice and high. Haste's going out. See if this Wonder Shot can do some damage. But instead, we're going to do Mega Bombs. $1,700 from a Mega Bomb is not bad. Aku is now on the Mammon Machine, so still got time for this Lavos to do Lavos things on Rithrick's. Mammon Machine could also do Mammon Machine things on Aku's side. 3,400 damage on that left bit. Now again, the left bit does have 20,000 hit points, just like Zeal 2. So, but we're getting the hastes out, which is great. Because one of the things we're going to be doing here very soon is we're going to be seeing this Antipo 3 again coming out on Rithrick's side once this metal bit comes up. Although we're going to definitely need to get a ether on that Luca, otherwise we're not going to see it. There it goes. That should be coming up here pretty soon, and we're going to see another Leap Slash on that left side, which is fine. You could also take out the right bit, or left bit, whatever you want to call it. With physical attacks, it has far less hit points, but the center bit does the most damage with everything from Grandstone to Evil Star to
The random status effect.
random status effects, Crying Heavens.
Yeah, center bit is definitely the problem, but if you can take out left bit, you can use your Antipode 3 a lot more.
Aku does make it through his Mammoth Machine fight. Another 1700 Mega Bomb, very nice. Active Life does restore that center bit, but now we're going to be seeing those Antipode 3 strats. Will he do a YOLO Antipode 3 anyway? We'll see. I mean, that's a little bold considering the amount of hit points that his characters have. So we'll see.
So I think as long as Moon Blizzard plays well with this Lavos, I think their average time will end up being lower than Wolf Lobes. As long as Lavos doesn't do Lavos things here, but that is what he does.
Doors of Tomorrow will do a lot of damage there, but he's got that Antipode 3. He's going to be using Frog Flare.
Interesting choice.
And
it might work.
That's a G on Rithrick's side, so get your G's out for Rithrick's.
So we're at one Gia team right now.
He does get Blizzard does get that right arm down, which is good. Status is disable on Luca, which is okay. Aku's getting counterattacked on that Marley. He's gonna get light shavered as well as MP bustered. Oh, 1 hit point.
Oh.
Oh. That's wanted to take the life shaver that I just found out. Oh my, oh my.
Yeah, this is real close.
Ooh, 3.
Oh, someone's going down.
That Dark Gear is going to take out that center person. But he already prepared for that with that revive. Very nice. Hexagon missed, though.
Oh, no. Didn't get the heal off quick enough.
Center person's going to stay alive, but...
Nope.
Nope, and that's
we
a
got a
wipe. Oh, no. Well, that's the problem with Zeal, is that she's got those Dark Gears and that Hexagon Mist. And
I should start the fight over from Zeal 1.
Yeah. Ouch. Oh my. Meanwhile, Moon Blizzard side, Antipode 3 is going out. Flare's Flame Battle. This Lavos should not be too long for this world. Yeah, but the future refused the change. That's right. And I'm not sure if Danny is here, but I believe we may have some donations while we're on the side here.
We did, but y'all were calling final boss fights, and it felt bad just to jump in.
Well, we got a quick minute.
It's exciting. Okay, quick minute. We do have a donation from 4x11 GD. What did the evil chicken lay? Deviled eggs.
Oh my.
And as you're our one of our fantastic comms here, with another donation for a dead ticket, said, "What did the tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common?"
What did the what?
What do a tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common?
Oh my god, I don't know.
They're both parasites.
Oh my god! That's $10.
You're almost out of time. If you want to make SVJ double these donations, get those jokes in.
God, that was bad. Oh, I have the brain hurties from that one.
I like that one.
That one hurts my soul. You have no idea.
I don't know where Darkman is, but I felt like he groaned somewhere.
Oh my god. Anyway, ugh,
We've
we've got a coup back on the Man Machine, and we've got Lavos on Moon Blizzard's side.
both players just getting out of their menu glitch here.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing a lot of, again, Antipode 3s here on Moon Blizzard's side. Little side-by-side comparison here. 5,400 damage. That's gonna be an energy release. Ouch. But everyone lives, which is great. Nice heal by Aku there. Ooh. We're back in the past there on Moon Blizzard's side, so if we don't kill the center bit, we're gonna get Dreamstoned. He's going all in. He's going all out on it. I'm a little concerned about that because someone's going to be taking the counterattack here.
I'm sure he was planning for that counter.
Oh yeah, we got the one with the safe helmet on. Ooh.
Yep.
That's okay. That's okay. Shut down that defense. You know, I would just nice and heal up real quick. Get your honestly get your hastes on. You know, that wouldn't be a bad thing.
Yeah, Aku going back into Zeal too. I do want to point out that Batsy is the only one with a valid run.
Yeah, only Batsy. You know, so that makes the right side automatically the winner, right? We went over this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They're the automatic winners in our hearts. Hashtag check the cat. All right, another. So Moon Blizzard's actually going full Antipode 3 strats on that on that side.
Yeah, I mean, you do have the safe, like the shield. It's definitely doable.
Yeah, if you just keep safe helming and keep using that character, she's going to be taking the that frog flare going down. I mean, not a bad idea if you're waiting. Another 4,600 damage. Another attack on that side. Ooh, God, it hurts. And an elixir just to save her. Very nice. Active bits coming back up. Now there won't be a counterattack. Quick heal, but that's not going to matter too much. I think we've got one more Antipode 3 or Frog Flare until this one is down.
Yep.
$4,200 damage to that right bit. It's still up.
Ooh, it can't. It must just be clinging on. I think one more and we're done.
Yeah, it's not long for this world. I bet you an Ice 2 would probably take it out. Moon Blizzard not taking any chances. And again, he does use Luca because she does have that safe helmet on. So if this does not work and he does take it a counter, he'll be safe.
And we get 2 Gs for...
No, we do not. It is still up.
Oh, no.
Oh, my. This guy is not holding on here. There we go.
This has got to be it.
This has to be. Yeah, this has to be it. Now, again, he did put a shield on Ayla / Marley just to make sure.
Safe. Yeah.
There you go. There's your GGs. Now take your second G out for Moon Blizzard there. Woo! That was scary.
Fairly certain we'll wait for Aku to finish, but I think the math is on Team Snowbat's side.
We can only wait and find out. Hexagon missed there on right side. Dark Gear is right after that. That center person is going down, unfortunately.
Oh,
2 people went down.
Aku really struggling here. Dark Gear's about to come out. I'd get a re-raise out if I could.
Skygate. That's not going to do too much damage. I lied. She's still up. That's all that matters. Oh,
you lied again.
Zeal just keep calling me a liar. Another Skygate.
We're gonna see Hexagon miss here in a second.
That's rude, but he should still be. Oh my lord! Nice life too.
You got the mega. If you only have one, you have two.
You got
use
two.
one.
I would make it right now. There you go. There we go. Now he's back up. He's back and ready. There's your dark gear. I would immediately heal again. Dark gear might be an issue. Ouch! Oh, although not too bad. Oof!
Heal.
Oofties! Heal. There you go. Oofty oofs. Get some hype out from this fight here. Oh my. 2200 damage on that for that Antipo 2. That's good. We got through the difficult parts now. Now we're back just making sure that we can keep going on here. Antipo 2 again. That frog should just stick around. I think we're going to be seeing a halation here very shortly. That's why you can see Aku just hugging his item menu right now. Not quite. Frog taking some damage. Ouch. There's the halation.
Drop your other mega. Let's go.
Yep, he's on it. He's already taken care of it. It's done.
Nice.
Now the next attack that Azil will put out will be MP Buster, and it will hit Frog, and that's okay. We don't Frog, as Azure likes to say throughout this entire run, Alchemist. That's what Frog's doing right now. But with that halation, we are halfway through the fight, so about 5 more Antipo 2s, and it'll be nice and easy. 2200 damage. Giving Frog a nice ether just to make sure that he's alive. Nice dark damage on that. The barriers are no longer going to be effective. That's going to hurt. Another Antipo 2. It's a little scary here. We don't want anything else to target Marley, but we don't want to waste a turn healing if we don't have to, you know?
Pretty sure she has the blue mail on, so the Hexagon Mist would heal her.
Another Skygate. Now I would definitely heal. There you go.
Yeah.
There's another dark damage there on Frog. Not too terribly bad. He'll stick around. A little worried now that if we see a Dark Gear or a Hexagon Mist coming out, that Frog is going to go down. $2,200 damage again, and that is nothing. I lied. I thought that would be GG. 878 damage on that Leap Slash. There you go. That's nice and quick. Ouch. But that's okay. That's shit. So the lasers are shadow damage. We're using that blackmail. We're going to not take damage from that. It's very nice. Another Antipo 2 is going to go out for another 2,200 or so damage. We want to see that. I think this might do it. Confident. And there it is. Get your GGs out for Aku Hesh. Very nice. Very nice. What a race. What a race.
Yeah, that was real close. Zeal ended up doing a lot of those things for once.
Yeah. Zeal was doing a lot of those things, and it was just royal pain.
And we have our winning team joining us, the Snowbats. Congratulations.
Snowbats!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell us how the seed went for you.
Honestly, pretty well. I think we enjoyed that. I think that we got pretty lucky. We were talking about this just a minute ago in that in sort of doling out tasks at the beginning, things just sort of wound up being in good pools for different players. You know, like I found all of Omen Go mode without having to bring someone else into it, so that was good. We found a lot of great treasure.
Yeah.
That was a really
the fact that we had Antipode 3 right off the bat certainly didn't hurt matters.
And we're also joined by Rithrex and Aku Hesh of the Wolf Lobes.
GG, guys.
GG.
GG.
For near the end there, it was really hard to tell who was going to pull ahead of there, and then just Zeal just started doing Zeal things, unfortunately.
As she does.
Yeah, Zeal was giving Aku the number there, and yeah, oh, man,
Really
that,
great performance from both teams.
that was great. It was great, and we do have our winners, of course. Lord Batsy and Moon Blizzard with an average time of 1:42:30, with Rithrics and Aku Hesh with an average time of 1:50:10. So, still GG's both teams. That was great. Although we talked about it during the run, I think the only true winner we have is Lord Batsy because she's the only one who checked the cat. So
I'm the only one who pet the cat?
you are the only one who pet the cat.
I never went into Chrono's house, if I recall correctly.
Oh, I
So
see.
you are the
Tracker now,
true
actually.
winner.
Pet the cat.
I am the only one who pet the cat. Okay.
Yeah, they're the Final Fantasy Randomizer community. They put a cat on the tracker, and since you pet the cat, it's the only one that's on there. So
Yeah, thank you, Dark Moon, for giving us a cat for our tracker. We really appreciate it.
we need
Yeah,
to
we're
make
gonna
that.
have-
Yeah,
you know we're gonna have to-
ours.
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask Angry Earl to add it.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, so tell us about that sea there, Batsy and Moon Blizzard. I know we saw Moon jump right into the desert right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, well, we have Unspoiled 3. I can like do some ice tools to grind like all the fights here, and then I think it'll be good because we had re-raise, we had like haste, Unspoiled 3. I think, well, let's try. Why not? Re-raise someone, we should be good, and it went good from there because I mean 4,000 experience points. Got a lot of levels, went to the future, went back, found the haste helm. I tried to search for all the seal chests just to make sure we got some kind of advantage maybe in terms of items, and we found the haste helm. I don't know if Ryflix and Aku found that as well.
Oh, they did.
And, yeah, they did. Oh, good.
Okay.
And, yeah, so I was like thinking about, well, maybe I should go and get all the seal chests, and it went great from there with Unspoiled 3. We found like what Green Dreaming by the end. We had the new re-raise, Gold Stud. My Geno skip when I got it first try. I think it went good.
Yeah, admittedly, I was a little nervous watching Batsy go to fight Zeal 2 without unlocking magic, but she definitely made it work.
That was
Yeah.
that was the scary part of the run for me because I was sitting there thinking like I've literally got everything I need up until the very final boss because what do you need to get through Black Omen but Flare? That's really all. But then, Zeal, all of a sudden you have to be careful with what you're targeting. And then I found that Wonder Shot. The Wonder Shot
Yeah.
made me a little less scared. It wasn't quite as nice to me as I hoped it was for the final battle, but I got a couple of good shots with it, and that maybe saved me from a second shadow gear or whatever at the end. So
The hexagonist attack, yeah.
yeah,
That would be. I was actually really worried because it was so close. Dark
Yeah.
gear.
Yeah. So
it went off the first time, and I was pretty freaked out. But whew.
yeah, I do want to ask Rithrics and Aku about their strategy. Did you guys figure out who's going to do what right away? I know Azure spoke about it during the run. We noticed that Aku, he found the Black Omen Go mode right away, and you were still doing some checks, Rithrics. Did you guys just decide, hey, that's what we're gonna do? We're gonna have Aku go through Black Omen because he's already ready to go, and Rithrics was, and you were still checking things?
No, we were just going, we know where Black Omen Go mode is, and we had determined that the Sunstone was either on Mount Woe or Prism Shard itself. So I took a gamble on Prism Shard, and it turned out to lead to Moonstone, then Ruby Knife, which was the Go mode I really wanted, and I didn't want to have to do both Woe and that, but at that point it was just a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, tell us about that, because you found that lovely Moonstone back there, and you just had to traverse every place back to turn it in.
It was a choice between that or doing Woe, and it turns out to have been the correct one this time around, given that I didn't have to do Max's Castle.
I'm very sad you guys murderized Dalton, though. I'm super sad about that.
I mean, he would have done the same to us.
Mm-hmm.
Give him half a chance.
All right. So we need to wrap this up. Let's get some final thoughts from all of our runners, starting with our winners, the Snowbats, Batsy and Moon Blizzard. Do you have any final thoughts about this amazing seed.
That was a really fun seed, honestly. But honestly, just thank you for everyone who played with us. Like, thanks to Aku and Ritherix, and thank you, Moon Blizzard, for being my partner, and the FF1R community for putting this on. Like the whole marathon, I've been watching the whole weekend. It's been a blast. So, like, thanks.
Wolf Lobe, Aku, Rithrix, do you
Yeah,
have any final
thank
thoughts?
you everyone. Yeah.
I'm getting tired of almost 100% every seed. Aku?
Aku? Aku may be having some mic problems, possibly.
I was having mic problems. I'm good now.
You have any final thoughts about this awesome seed? Or any thoughts at
was
all
fun.
about this seed?
It was fun. I had fun with it.
I'm glad. My co-commentator, awesomeness, that is Azure Kale. Do you have any final thoughts about this awesome seed?
No, it went pretty well. We got to see 2 Gomos fairly quickly. I will once again thank the community for reaching the incentive for not only boss randomizer, but duplicate characters. I hope it was the show that you wanted. Thank you to the FFR community. I am always a fan of helping charities, especially through gaming, because I think it is a really great thing that we can do.
And this is a great charity, the Liam Foundation. Definitely go get donate. ! Donate in chat if you want to donate. Please do. We got great prizes. We're also doing a little bit here. We're as we wrap up here. I do want to thank Lord Fizzleby for restreaming this for us. I have no idea who was tracking. I'm sure Danny will tell me very shortly.
Mia.
Mian,
Thank you, Mian, for that. Appreciate it. Before we finish wrapping up, I do believe we have a couple of donations.
We do. From Devious RNG, a $10 donation with a dad joke. Said,
God.
man, this final fight is intense. You know what else is intense? Camping.
Oh my God.
I was gonna say football matches.
$15.
Oh my God.
And in anticipation for our next race, $20 from Wef Jebster, who says, let's go time spinner runners. Did you hear old McDonald got a promotion? Now he's the CIEIO.
Oh my baby Jesus.
I
was strained.
I think that gets the SVJ groan tally to $20.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah,
You all are-
I also want to say just a big thank you to everyone who just participated in the last race. That was a lot of fun. Crew was great, runners were great, and thank you for participating in the charity. It's been a pleasure to have you. And if you ever want to do it again, you know where to find us.
I think you'll find us here next time. But in the meantime, stick around. There is more marathon coming up with time spinners.